Hello, everyone. How is it going? We've not got long until qualifying. Hope you're well there. I wanted to get rid of this. Why can't I get rid of it? There we go. Race. Hey, Llama. Welcome, buddy. Yeah, welcome, everyone. Right, how do we make this a bit larger? Hey, Arius. Hey, Rick. Mark, super. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Who's my favourite for P2 in the Constructors? Probably Mercedes still, I think. Oh, hang on. 2 seconds, guys. Interesting. Yeah, probably still Mercedes, Dharma. Probably still them. Just looking at the TV coverage above my head here on the monitor, and what a shocking chicane that one under the bridges. Yes, Mark. Yeah, likewise. I wasn't sure if I was even going to make it today, if I'm completely honest, because I was out drinking earlier on, and I drank a lot. I've had a nap, I've had some food, and I'm really surprised I'm in a good state, if I'm completely honest. I felt a little bit worse for wear earlier. So who's going to challenge Charles today? It's going to be between Max and Leclerc, I think. Perez has seemed to be a little bit off pace all weekend. So for him, a P2 finishing second to Verstappen is probably the best bet for him this weekend, unless he pulls something out of the bag and qualifying. But no, Lama, see, I don't drink and drive. I've already got not enough safety rating as it is, so I don't want to ruin it anymore. Hey, Pav, good to see you again, buddy. Looks like I might get rain in a sunny state. Yeah, is rain forecast for this Saturday? Sorry, for this evening. I know it's maybe forecast for this race, but I'm not sure about the qualifying. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I've just seen it on my thing. Risk of rain for F1 qualifying session is 30%. Is what they're reporting. Would be intriguing. All your hopes are on Russell doing a number on Verstappen's side pod again. Well, this is it. Like, guys are gonna. Max has to realise that they're so far ahead that if any guy gets an opportunity to kind of send it down the inside on a Red Bull, then they will. Random MMA, hopefully it doesn't end up like Spa 2021. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get rained off. We want just a nice amount of rain so that we get an interesting qualifying and an interesting race tomorrow. So how long have we got until the session? 10 minutes. Tell you what we'll do. We'll move over to our sesh. So let me just change the chat box for you guys. What's my prediction for lap time? Well, these cars are about a second quicker than what they were to the previous version. So I think last year was a 28.8 was the quickest lap time. We've already seen 29s in practice, so it wouldn't surprise me if we're seeing it in 27s. If there's no rain. So I do know if wet tyres have changed this year. Or wet tyres have changed, but they haven't had an opportunity to test them or use them yet. So Proof will be in the pudding whether or not they're actually any better than last year. But yeah, they have made changes as per last year because yeah, they were just so poor. So there'll be a rainstorm where you're live today. It's been blue skies, so I'm not trusting weather forecast. Yeah. Well, in the day, Miami is on the beach, isn't it? On the seafront, and we know that weather can change very quickly there with the level winds that they get. But I don't expect anything really for qualifying. I'm hoping that it's for the race. Matt said 27.5 FP. Oh, did he? Oh, see, I didn't see FP. I didn't see FP3. I was asleep. So okay, so 26. Yeah, most probably then. Yeah, we'll see 26s. But oh my god, there's a guy in Ferrari like a Pope hat. Oh my god, he's dressed as the Pope, but he's called Papa Ferrari with a Pope hat. That is, oh my god, guys, just. But yeah, not too long to go. We've got just under 7 minutes until the session starts. Who are your predictions to go out in the first round, guys, in Q1? Who are your predictions? I think... Yeah, I think De Vries. I agree with that. I think De Vries. Ooh, I think Sargent. I think the two Alphas, Zhou and Bottas. And I think Magnussen. I think one of the Haases. Goat De Vries. He's not having the best of times, is he, this year? Or this season? He's got off to a very poor start. Bottas, Zhou, De Vries, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg. Interesting. Probably need a personal invention of Pope and Virgin Mary to most probably. Obviously, Charles binned it yesterday, didn't he, in practice too. I wonder if we'll see anyone in qualifying do that today. Obviously, the cars they're struggling. They're struggling through that high-speed section through turn number 7. The car really seems to twitch. We saw Max, the car get twitchy through there a couple of times. So, Bottas did FP3 okay. Possibly. I haven't seen FP3. I have no idea what times people did. I don't know, maybe we'll get out, but I just don't think the Alphas are very good at the moment. De Vries will help Charles win his first world try. Yeah, he's not having the best of times. He's not. It doesn't help that the Alpha's not a great car, but at the same time, you have to look at Tsunoda, and Tsunoda's getting the best out of it. So it's a surprising lack of success, indeed, Mark. Indeed. But let's have a quick look at my Twitter and see if anything's occurring. So I have seen, actually, that a lot of people, they haven't spoken about it on the TV coverage, but the attendance for the Saturday at the Miami Grand Prix is not great. And I have heard that the ticket prices, thankfully, have put people off. £750, I think it was, 780 English pounds for the cheapest grandstand ticket. It's just absolutely shocking, and hopefully this will make them revise their prices. Will electronic debris cause a red flag in qualifying? Maybe. If Red Bull don't exist, it would be the best championship. It would be, Llama. I've said this. If Red Bull were the same speed as the rest, like Ferrari or like Mercedes, we'd have 4 teams fighting it out for the championship, realistically, because we'd have, obviously, Red Bull, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Mercedes. Like, imagine how good that would be. But unfortunately, yeah, we're not. They're just so far ahead. Bottas was 7th FP3. Okay. Well, I don't know how indicative, obviously, those lap times are. We will see. But qualifying about to get underway. Just under 4 minutes now. Piastri out first. I don't know. I think Piastri's going to do well here. I think he's going to do well. He had a good showing. He's got a bit of confidence in him now. He had a good showing in Baku, considering he only ate 4 slices of toast all weekend, apparently. He was severely ill. So I think he's done not too bad in the practice sessions. Norris has quite clearly had the pace on him still, understandably. But yeah. People definitely selling a kidney to buy a ticket, yeah. Pasha got 11th. He got 11th last time around, yeah. He just missed out on the points. Right. Only a few minutes away, guys. Please remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be here for tomorrow as well for the race. I hope that you can see all of the data here clearly enough, guys. Unfortunately, I can't... I don't know. I still can't make this... I still can't make this all bigger. That's the right word. Larger was what I was looking for. So when was that? PM. They're not even out yet. Look, and they're talking. So obviously they're waiting at the end of the pit lane. Alex Albon, I'll give you feedback on the call-ups as well, on the amount of recharge you've got. Threshold starter, it's got that 7%. So a lot of interesting information here, guys. Radio transcriptions. Gasly and Ocon did a shocker in placing so high in FP3. Let's see where they place in quali. Yeah, they need a good showing this weekend. Baku was an absolute shocker for them, finishing both outside the points. The Alpine's very hit and miss at the moment. It's not as good of a car as what they predicted it would be. So... But we are just under a minute away, guys. Just under 1 minute. And then qualifying will start. $50. Not long to go. So Verstappen is on 93 championship points. Perez is on 87. Alonso is third. And they are also 11 points ahead in the championship. Aston Martin to Mercedes. Ferrari in fourth on 62. Williams have only got the 1 point. I thought they had more than that, you know. But they had more. And there we go. Pit lane is open. Green flag, green flag. They are on their way. As you can see, Zhou first out the pit lane, it seems. The 2 Alphas. Here we go. So track temperature is 45.9 degrees Celsius. A lot cooler than it has been. Of course, Red Bull have constructors in the bag. I think that's no question whatsoever. But oh, sorry, Sargent. So the track map was a little bit behind. I think Sargent is first out there. Yeah, Sargent is the first one out there. Come on, track map, get up to date. Come on. I was very close to not streaming Jam. I'm surprised. I was out drinking earlier, and yeah, I'm surprised I feel as good as I do now. So okay, so it's Albon actually out first. So we have the two Williams out first. Then the 2 Alphas, then the 2 Alpha Tauris, the Alfa Romeos, Magnussen and Hulkenberg split by Norris, then Russell and Hamilton, and then obviously we've got the rest following up behind. So how many minutes before the first red flag? I don't know. Obviously, if there's a crash here, then there most likely is going to be a red flag because it's very difficult to remove the cars here. It is kind of like a street circuit. There's walls everywhere. Not a lot of runoff. There's only runoff really at turn 7, turn 1, and turn 11. Other than that, everywhere else is just covered by walls. So, evening, Richard. Good to see you, buddy. So, Alex Albon is the first across the line. Let's see what he can do and see what his best lap is going to be. So, he's going to come into some traffic, that is for sure. I think he's definitely going to catch Ocon, Perez, Gasly and Verstappen. This is the thing here. It's going to be... Traffic is probably going to come into play on the first session, that's for sure. For everyone waiting to get a good drive out. Because your lap really starts out of... I don't know what number corner this is. 17? It comes out of this 17th corner here. That's really where your lap starts. Because you want a good exit out of there. And it's full throttle all the way until you get across the finish line. So Albon, thankfully it looks like he's not going to get held up here. I thought he might get held up as they're going through the chicane. Logan Sargent's already backed out, so he's had a bit of a wobble. Sargent has already backed out because he's let Tsunoda and De Vries go past. Yeah, he's already backed out. Backed out after the first corner. Oh my God. Sargent, that's not a good start. So Albon catching Ocon just before the 17th corner. Thankfully, I don't think Perez is going to cause him any issues. So let's see what lap time Albon does as he comes across the line. And he does a 1:30.967. That is the benchmark, guys. So Zhou and Bottas are next to come across the finish line here. Let's see what they can do. I expect them to be slower than Albon because Albon's been quite good. And oh, wow. Okay. I eat my words straight away because Bottas goes in with a 29.9. A second quicker. Wow. Okay. That's intriguing. So did Albon have issues there? Because the Williams has been quick here. De Vries is quick, half a second quicker than Albon. So I think Albon had an issue there. Because Magnussen is 29.3. Wow. Norris at 29.6. Magnussen's put in a stonker of a lap time there, by the way. Great improvement in the track. Yeah, well, I can't take credit for it. It's an app called Multiviewer. I'm sure you've probably heard of it if you're on Twitter. A brilliant free app that you can use if you have an F1 Live subscription or not. And yeah, it's a whole world of data. So, wow, Hulkenberg tapped the wall as he came out of the chicane. Didn't realise that. So let's keep an eye on times. Verstappen goes quickest with a 28.4, nearly a second quicker than Magnussen. And Gasly goes in with a 28.7. That's a good time from Gasly. Here comes Perez. What time can he set? And he beats Verstappen on the first lap, a 28.3. Ooh, benchmark set by Verstappen. And Ocon jumping in there with a 29.0. Hamilton did a 1:30.5 and Russell did a 1:29.8. So I wonder if they're going to do... I wonder if they just had generally poor laps there and maybe backed out. 1:30s is very slow. Any chance to make the timings bigger? This is the problem. There's not really any way to kind of make the timings bigger. I can do that. I don't know if that's really good for you guys, if that's better. You don't really see the... You can see the timings, but I don't think there's a way to really zoom in. That's the problem. Obviously, we have the sector times here. See whether they're quicker. As you can see here, so Charles Leclerc, Sainz is on a good lap, it seems. First sector seems to be very quick, a few purples. Yeah, there's a lot of information here, guys. I do apologise. So I'm going to go back to this. The race view. I can't zoom it in, unfortunately. I wish I could. I don't know how I can. Let's view FIA documents. Settings down here. Pretty windy, apparently. Pretty windy. So let's keep an eye on Leclerc as he's about to set his first lap time here. Around the last corner. Didn't get held up by Gasly. May have got a bit of a toe that helped him. Can he beat Perez at the top of 28.3? I expect him to be in the 28s, that's for sure. And he goes with a 28.4. What about Carlos Sainz? So he splits the 2 Red Bulls. And Carlos Sainz is 3/10 slower. So Sainz just really isn't on the pace here, is he, this weekend? Compared to Leclerc. Pretty similar to what it was in Baku. So Zhou coming across to set another lap time at 28.9. So Zhou in the Alfa Romeo in the 28s now, as well as Bottas. So the track, this is going to be intriguing here because the track is only going to get quicker as the session goes on. So you're going to be more of a benefit to set your lap times as late as possible. But of course, traffic really comes into play. When isn't good for Mercedes and Aston Martins? No. You're off Twitter and on Mastodon. Oh, nice. We're in Aston's. Haven't set a time yet. Haven't set a time. I think this is Alonso coming across now. So Hamilton is in the pit lane. Hamilton is in the pit lane. So I don't think he's happy. Currently in 18th position. Alonso goes with a 28.6, fourth place. What can Lance Stroll do as he comes across the line here? Can he beat his teammate? No, only a 29.1. Ooh, Magnussen chucks in another great time, a 28.6. So this track... Oh, so Hamilton said his front wing hit the wall. So that's why his lap time is so bad. So they're checking his front wing. But he needs to get out there pretty sharpish. Only 9.5 minutes left of this session. But look at the traffic there. I don't think anyone's on a fast lap. But look at the traffic as they go through the chicane. So, are they just... I think they're just staying out there. Maybe it'll be interesting to see if they actually come into the pits and take a new set of tyres. I reckon they will. They're all going pretty slowly. Evening, Veronica. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. If you can hit the like button, that'd be much appreciated. It helps push the stream and the channel. And if you can hit subscribe as well, because we're back here tomorrow for the race. So Gasly is coming across a set of fast lap time. What can he do? And no, so Gasly is now starting a flying lap. That's what Gasly is doing. Gasly's now on another flying lap. Let's see what he can do as Hamilton comes out of the pit lane, as well as George Russell. As well as Russell starting his lap and Piastri. Lewis hit the wall with his front wing. So he kind of backed out a touch, which is why he had issues. So he's come in to obviously get his wing checked and a new set of tyres. So Hulkenberg into the pits. Verstappen and Sainz and Perez look like they're going to come into the pits as well. Very slow. They're pretty much... well, I say they're good. Magnussen set a 28.6. So maybe they're not good. Maybe they need to come back out and set another lap. Sainz is going again and Verstappen is going again. Okay, so I thought they were setting... I thought they were coming into the pits. And Perez is going again. So, yeah, they're not happy. They're not happy. They're going again. So Lewis is out on the same set of tyres, apparently. He's not on a new set. So Alonso coming across the line to set another fast lap. Let's see what he can do. Can he improve? No. No, sorry, he's not. So I'm getting confused. I think they're starting their flying lap. So Gasly improves just slightly. Goes ahead of Sainz. What can Russell do? Or is he going to come into the pits? Is he backed out of this lap? No. Here we go. Across the line. And he goes up to only 8th position. A 28.7. Very tight up there. Magnussen currently faster than an Alpine, a Ferrari, and a Mercedes. As Piastri can only set a 29.1. Leclerc coming across the line. What can he do? And he goes into first position. A 27.89. Leclerc means business today. Ocon up into 6th place. Magnussen still quicker than 2 Alpines, a Ferrari, and a Mercedes. Mad. Black and white for Magnussen hitting, impeding Hamilton. I missed that. I must miss that. Possibly. So Verstappen goes back to pole position. A 27.3 improves by 1 second. Sainz a 28.1. Can Perez steal it back from Verstappen? No, a 27.7. So that is a very quick time there from Max, laying down the gauntlet early on in this qualifying. So Alonso, let's see if he can improve here, or the 2 Aston Martin. Stroll does need to improve. He's currently in 13th place. It seems like Hamilton's got ahead of all the traffic. So should have a pretty clear lap. And Alonso cannot improve. How about Stroll? He must improve from a 29.1. And he does a 28.5 into 6th place. So I don't think Hamilton's going to get held up here. He's going to catch Piastri and Russell on this main straight, I think. Oh dear. Joe saying... Joe effing them blinding about the Ferrari, squeezing him into the wall. Yeesh. Hey, Jasper, good to see you, buddy. Thought it'd be rain, but guess it won't be till later. Let's hope the race entertains. Yeah, there's 30% chance of rain, apparently. So we may get it in the last session. So what's Hamilton going to be able to set here? He's currently last place. Can he get into the 27s? No, only at 28.7. He's 1.3 seconds slower. George Russell and Hamilton are 1.3 seconds slower than Max. Wow. That is crazy. That is... Even in Q1, that's crazy. Like, slow. So at the moment in the I didn't even notice this. Look at Norris. Norris is currently at risk of going out. He's currently in the pit lane. I assume to probably take a fresh new set of tyres. But Norris at the moment in the drop zone is De Vries, Norris, Tsunoda, Albon and Sargent. I'm quite surprised that the two Williams are down there. They've had really good pace this weekend. Top end speed anyway. So Join video today, Thrustmaster F1000, which also uses the clutch system and tried to use hand controls. It's harder than it looks. Yeah. I mean, thanks, Jasper. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was still obviously able to use my feet, thankfully. But yeah, the same as this with the dual pedals. You can use hand controls as well. There's a setting on here for if obviously you injured your feet, you can use hand controls for the throttle and brake. Would be interesting to try one time, but. Charles Leclerc. The traffic is fucking stressful. That's all I want to know. Debris last on the timing chase. Albon did what? Whoa, Albon with a 5th place, a 28.2, and Hulkenberg with a 27.9. See, this is what we're saying. The track is only ramping up, guys. The Mercedes are currently 13th and 14th. Now 14th and 15th. Whoa, Lance Stroll. Whoa. Look at that. His radio transcription there. What is that all about? What has happened there? I'm guessing Lance Stroll has come into some traffic and absolutely crapped himself. But yeah, Lando needs a good time. So he's on his flying lap now. He needs some free traffic because at the moment the McLarens are currently 19th and 20th. So where are the Mercedes, by the way? There they go. They're coming out. So they need to get round quick. The Mercedes need to get round. Look at the radio transcriptions at the moment. There's a lot going on at the moment due to the traffic. Traffic is absolutely murder. Like, these guys are on flying laps, Tsunoda and that at the moment, and they're being held up by traffic. De Vries will get into Q2. Maybe not. I don't think so. Everyone else is currently... Look at the traffic there as they go through the chicane round the fake marina. That is absolutely crazy. It's about... 1, 2, 3, 4... There's about 6, 7 cars there. Yeah, there's going to be a lot. I reckon there might be a few penalties, you know. There might be a few penalties. But yeah, great lap by Hulkenberg. Bottas up there as well, not far behind. That's kind of going under the radar. Perez needs to be careful here. Look at this, look, with Norris coming round fast. Look at that traffic. It's absolutely crazy. So here we go, guys. This is kind of really where it all matters. Everyone on their last flying lap. Magnussen up to P3 at 27.8. This is just... The track is proper ramping up at the moment. That's absolutely crazy. Everyone out there on brand new tyres, apparently, is what I've just heard from Martin Brundle. And, well... Russell about to start his flying lap. Sainz is coming round the corner. This is an important lap for him because he really does need to improve. As he comes around the last corner, I'm pretty sure he's setting a fast lap here. And yes, a 27.6, only 3 tenths slower than Verstappen. So the Mercedes are both on their flying laps. Let's see what Sargent can set. Currently 18th position. Can he get outside of the drop zone? Let's see. And, 13th for 28.5. So he is still going to be at risk here because the Alpines are probably going to set faster lap times. What about Albon? Currently in P8. Can he improve on a 28.2 and get into the 27s? No, he's coming to the pits. So they think he's probably okay. Or just not worth risking enough. Because Alonso only goes 1/10 faster than Albon. Or not even a 10th. Norris up into P11 there with a 28.3. What can Lance Stroll do? Currently 13th, at risk from going out. And he's only starting his lap by the looks of it. Okay. So Zhou goes up to 9th position. Faster than Albon and Norris. Hulkenberg is starting another flying lap, it seems. They're not done. They are not done by any means. And Ocon up into P6. Bottas P6. Oh my God, Bottas is doing amazing, by the way. Perez not happy, setting another lap. He's starting. Piastri, only 16th position. So here we go. Here comes Gasly and the two Mercedes, Russell and Hamilton. Can they get out of the bottom? I do expect them to, but it's not been a good session for him. Only P10 for George Russell at 28.0. Still 7 tenths off of Verstappen. And Hamilton jumps up to P6 at 27.8. Magnussen has out-qualified 2 Mercedes there. Wow. Wow. So, is there anyone there who's still setting a lap? I think Stroll was still setting a lap. I think Stroll's on a fast lap. No, first car to take the flag was Lance Stroll. So Lance Stroll is out of qualifying, guys. What? What happened there? And Norris, so the two McLarens are out. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. So we've lost Sargent. The Vries has made it through. Wow. So we've lost Sargent, Piastri, Stroll, Tsunoda, and Norris. The two McLarens are out. One of obviously the AlphaTauris and an Aston Martin. Really surprised about that. Debris survived the street circuit for once, yeah. Yeah, wow. That is surprising. That is surprising that Norris and Piastri have suffered there. Yeah, it is only Q1. I do expect the Mercedes to be quicker. I do expect them to be quicker. I think 5th and 6th is probably the best that they're hoping for here. I think the Ferraris are quite clearly quicker here. Red Bulls are still very ominous. I don't know if Charles has the pace here over a single lap, even against those Red Bulls this weekend. We'll see. But what happened to Debris? He qualified, Super. He qualified. Actually, I qualified Tsunoda. But yeah, interesting there. But both McLarens are out. I thought they'd get through. I thought they would get through. Interesting. Daniel Ricciardo's just laughing in Red Bull now. Yeah. It's a bit sad to see that he's just used as a PR man, though, isn't it? Really, like he's not used as anything else. I really don't know what's happening with McLaren. It's a bit bizarre because Norris looks strong. Norris has looked strong in the practice sessions. Like, he set some good times. He's looked like he's pacey. This track is not easy to overtake. It's not whatsoever. And that's going to be tough coming up from 16th position to get some points tomorrow. So, So Pierre Gasly, these are interesting, by the way, guys, the radio transcription. So you can see here, Gasly picked up a bit more understeer in the higher speed as well on this run. I would have liked to click, yeah. Okay, I can add that for the next run, no problem. ASUS fell off the back of a lorry in Azerbaijan and seemed to be still off the lorry. Yeah, I mean, traffic obviously does play a big factor here. Obviously, there's more dirty air now. So, obviously, if they're approaching a corner and a car is even offline, that does affect them. Even though it looks like they're going slow, they're still going relatively fast to, say, your normal road car. So, yeah, I fully expect the Mercedes to improve, Alonso to improve. I think the usual suspects will probably drop out this time around. I think we'll lose De Vries. I think we lose Albon. Zhou, so currently 13th, 14th, 15th, and I think we'll. I mean, I would say one of the Haases, but I think the Haases are actually looking quite strong. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say one of the Alpines. I'm gonna say Ocon. Bit out there, guys, in regards to who I think's not going to make it through. Who do you think? Who do you think's going out this session? Give me your 5. Give me your 5. We're going to go out in Q2. So they're just looking at Hamilton's. Just watching Hamilton's outlap where he said he touched a wing. Oh! Sorry, that was a big overreaction. But yeah, Lewis nearly drove into the back of Kevin Magnussen at the end of the straight, which is why he hit his wing. That's odd. It's very odd. McLaren almost a second away from Haas. Yeah. Yeah, what is going on at McLaren, guys? What is going on? I mean, I don't know. Right, Albon will make it through to Q3. Ooh, bold claim, bold claim. De Vries, Albon, Hulkenberg, Zhou, and Gasly. What do you think Hulkenberg, Zoran? I don't know. I think the Haases are both going to get through to Q3 here. Going under the radar there as well as Bottas. I thought Bottas would go out. And he's currently well, he was P7, so. Shush, Sam, shush. I know you want something to do as mod. Right, 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds until Q2 is underway. No sign of rain yet, it seems. So, Merc trolling, yeah. So, there we go. They're out on the track. Let's see what is going to occur here. Okay, that's taking the bit, guys. You know the fake marina? Well, next to it, there's 2 pools. And there's 2 kids literally playing around in the pool on inflatable F1 cars. I've never been to an F1 Grand Prix before. And those kids are mucking around in a pool. Trackside. How the other half live, eh? How the other half live. Better be hiding those sandbags. Well, yeah, as I was saying earlier, so I think they'd be very happy with a 5th and 6th. I think that's where they expect themselves to be. I don't think they have the pace on the Ferraris over a single lap. And, of course, the Red Bulls are in a league of their own. So, Max seems to have the edge over Sergio here this week. And I fully expect that probably in qualifying coming into the day as well. But hopefully we get some rain tomorrow. I think that is, in all honesty, I think that's the only thing that's going to make this race interesting tomorrow is rain. It's a proper meh track. There's very little places to overtake. And I don't find it interesting whatsoever, guys. There, I said it. I think America has such better tracks available. And this is just... It's all about the event, not the racing, unfortunately, once again. So, Max is very good in the rain. He is, but obviously anything can happen in the rain. And especially on a new surface. A new surface, things can always happen when there's rain. So, what time is the race tomorrow in GMT? 8 o'clock, I think. I could be wrong there, guys. Please prove me wrong. Is it 8 o'clock or is it 9? Same time as quali. Or is it even later? So, F1 on oval. 20:30 GMT. Okay, yeah. I knew it was late. So we'll be live half an hour before the race starts. So, quite a nice spread of cars here. Seems to be a lot of them. So the Ferraris, the Alpines, the Vries and Albon hanging on here as the track obviously ramps up. But we'll see what they can do. They should change the start finish line. It would improve this track. Yeah, in what sense? What, just the redesign of the track itself around the start finish straight, or just move it? So here comes Max. What did he do last time? A 27.3. Is he going to improve on that first time around? He does, a 1:27.1. Let's look at Perez. Can he match Verstappen or beat him? No, a 27.3, but a big improvement on last time around in Q1. Zhou comes across the line with a 28.7, straight into the 28s for Zhou. That's not too bad. George Russell with a 28.1. That is still a second slower than Max. Wow. Those Red Bulls are just crazy fast here this week, guys. Let's see if Lewis can beat them. Can he get into 27s? Half a second would be great. Okay, 1.2 seconds it is. Alonso. How about Alonso? And he goes into 20. So that's a fast time for Alonso there. 27.4. Only 4 tenths pretty much slower than Verstappen. That's a bit more like it. And Hülkenberg faster than the 2 Mercedes into P4. The Haas's are liking it here, guys. Interesting. Just move it. Yeah, maybe. Magnussen up there. So 2 Haas's are ahead of the Mercedes at the moment. Wow. Wow. You were after Liverpool beat Brentford 1-0. Oh, okay. So that explains why they're slow. So Russell and Hamilton are on used tyres. They're using their tyres from Q1. So that's why they're a lot slower, and that's why Alonso was a lot faster. He's on a brand new set, and why Hülkenberg and Magnussen were also faster as well. They're on a brand new set. So what about the Alpines as Ocon? Okay, Ocon's on a lap, I think. I thought he'd set a time there. So Zhou and Russell are in, as well as Hamilton. They'll be putting on a brand new set. Most likely. Let's see. Perez is coming into the pits, I think, unless he's staying out. Can't imagine he's going to stay. Oh, Perez is going again. Okay. So Perez isn't happy. Perez wants to go again, it seems. So the only one on a flying lap at the moment is the 2 Alpines. The rest there, De Vries for Ferraris and Albon, are both just waiting to start their laps, just on their out laps. Imagine if race would be with Haas on P4 and P5. Yeah, it would be interesting. The wind is the same as the previous run, is what Carlos Sainz is being told. So that's interesting. George Russell, let me know what you want to do if about the pressures. And I'm still a bit on the nose in the high speed. I will just discuss when you get plugged in. So here comes Ocon. Where is he going to jump to as he comes across the line? And he goes in there with a 27.6. So it's a little bit tighter up there this time around than it was in Q1. And here comes Gasly. Can he beat his teammate with a 27.6? No, he goes into 5th place with a 27.8. So Alonso there currently spoiling the party with the teams. Otherwise, we'd have 2 Red Bulls, 2 Alpines, 2... My OCD is going crazy right now, guys, with that top 10. With Alonso in there in 3rd position. Also doesn't help for the Mercs, but everyone else has a major upgrade package and they haven't. Yeah, they're bringing theirs. Is Imola next week? Or is there a gap next week and then it's the week after? But whenever Imola is, that's when they're bringing their big upgrade package. And I can tell you guys, I can tell you from the horse's mouth when I went on my Mercedes factory tour and got a look behind the scenes. This is a bit of information that I can relay to you because I did have to sign an NDA. They are bringing an upgrade package that is visually different. There are visual aspects to the car that will look different to what we see now. Make of that what you will. Is it side pods? Is it... I don't know. But they said they're visually different than what we currently got on the car. So Carlos Sainz up there with a 27.14 as I was... just mumbling on there. So, okay. So maybe... I still think Verstappen's got plenty in the tank, but... Did Perez back off? Yeah, maybe. I'm surprised Perez was out there still. So maybe Perez is just gathering some further data. Maybe he wanted to try something. I don't know. Please re-add the fucking... Well, it's a bit... So, it's deeper than just the side pods, Sam. So I saw the W11 in person, so that and the W12. And what you don't realise is until you see it in person, the back of the car, you can see where they've got that nose side pod concept from. So as it goes beyond the cockpit, it really reduces and becomes thinner. And it's difficult. I've never really noticed it on TV before until I was in person, and I could see where the design of the nose side pod has come from because of that. Of course, they've extended it along the side of the car, but you can see it was already kind of there. And it is deeper than just... It is a lot deeper than just the side pods. It's to do with the floor. Majority of it is to do with the floor, the suspension and how that works. It's not just side pods. That's what a lot of people think it is. Because that's the glaring difference, but it's not. Do you know how many engines Red Bull have changed so far this session? I don't think they've changed any engines so far, have they? I think they're one of the few teams that haven't. I know Charles took a new gearbox, but he didn't receive a penalty for it. I did hear that. So, Nick De Vries, okay, you can go back to offset for... Oh, God, they're talking about stuff that I'm not really too familiar with. So, at the moment, we have Bottas not setting a time. Maybe wanting to save just a brand new set of tyres. Thinking about the race tomorrow. Oh, no, sorry. Bottas is on his flying lap now. Excuse me. He was hidden behind Carlos Sainz. So, Bottas and Zhou both on their flying laps. Zhou has already set a time, but he's obviously quite considerably slower. And then... I'm surprised Leclerc and Sainz are still out there. I thought they would have come in now. They could have come in around that time, shouldn't they? Bit surprised about that. If they did add the side pods, they wouldn't be the odd ones out on the grid when it comes to the photography. Yeah. But there's currently just under 80 of you in here, guys. If you can hit that like button, it'd be really appreciated. It helps push the stream. And you can hit the subscribe button. I will be back here tomorrow, that is for sure, for the race and for as many of these races that I can do and as many sessions that I can make as well. So I want to try and make every race that I can. So the track is, when we're talking about track evolution, guys, 41.8 degrees now is the track temperature. So that is about 7 to 8 degrees. Well, it's 42.5 now, so it's about 8 degrees, 7 degrees cooler than it was at the start of qualifying. So that means we'll probably see, or we're definitely going to see the track ramp up as Zhou chucks in a 28.0, and I think he was giving Bottas a toe there as Bottas goes in with a 27 point... Oh, pardon me, with a 27.5. So, interesting, as everyone is now coming out onto the grid to set their final run, as we've got just over 2.5 minutes remaining of this session. Ah, thanks, dogs, much appreciated. Perez trying to bite more than he can chew. So everyone on there, I don't think anyone's on a flying lap at the moment. Oh, Leclerc is. Leclerc is on a flying lap. On the same set of tyres, or is he on a brand new set? I think he's on used tyres, you know. It's a bit surprised. I'm surprised. As I said, I was a bit surprised that the Ferraris were staying out. So this is their second run on this set of tyres. So we'll see if they can improve. But Leclerc is going to get held up in a lot of traffic. Wow. He's going to have to back out of this, surely. He's not going to be able to... He's going to get up to that traffic as they're going through the chicane, isn't he? Look at that. This is not going to pan out well for Leclerc, surely. Is he going to be lucky? Is he going to be very lucky and just catch them? Oh, he's a lucky boy. Leclerc is a lucky boy there. I thought he was going to catch him into the chicane and he would have definitely had to have backed out. But he's going to get... No, do you know what? He's going to get held up here. I think Leclerc's going to have to back out. They're going to have to really move out of the way to let him through. What is the point of it? Look at them all just slowing down. He's just absolutely breezing past them. So the only one he hasn't been able to get past is Ocon. How much has that actually got in his way? And, well, it worked. It clearly worked because Leclerc has just gone in at fastest with a 26.9. What the fuck do I know about, guys? What do I know about F1? I know absolutely nothing. Let's see if Carlos Sainz, what can he do? Let's have a look. And Sainz is pitting. Sainz is pitting. So there's still plenty in the tank for Verstappen. Verstappen has literally done one lap each time, I think, in both qualifying runs. He's definitely set one only this time around. So, yeah, I think Verstappen's got this in the bag. I still don't think Leclerc's got enough to beat him to pole. So everyone else on their laps now. So let's see what Magnussen can do as he comes around the penultimate corner. Here he goes, currently in P12. What can he do? Can he get into 27s? He can. A 27.6 pushes his own teammate down into 11th position. Oh, Max is out there at the moment. Sorry. So Max pops in a 26.8. He didn't like that. He wanted to send a message to Leclerc. So Alonso, can he improve? He can. A 27.0. Ooh. Go on, Alonso. Go on, Alonso. That's a cheeky little time there. Here comes Ocon. Across the line, currently P8, and moves up to P6. How about Nick De Vries, currently in 15th position? Can he improve at all? No, he can't. So Russell and Hamilton need some good times here on a fresh set of tyres. Russell only moves into 9th position. What about Hamilton? Here we go. Hamilton's out. Lewis is out of Q2. He is not proceeding to Q3, guys. Currently 13th position. And wow, what has happened there for Hamilton? Only a 27.9. Oh, what has happened there? He's not been able to get into the low 27s whatsoever. Did he have an issue? Just looking on TV and just seeing whether he had any issues or not. But that is disappointing for the Mercedes team and obviously for Lewis Hamilton. I mean, George has just made it through by the skin of his teeth. Unless Albon puts in a stonker of a lap time here. I think he's still on the flying lap, isn't he? Is Albon on the flying lap here? No. So Lewis had a very poor first sector and a very poor second sector. But he had a good last sector. So he's clearly, I think he's had a wobble. Maybe he's had to back out or something. But he definitely didn't have a good lap there. They're not showing it. They're not showing any replays yet to see exactly what occurred. But yeah, So we are losing, guys. Alex Albon, Nico Hulkenberg, Lewis Hamilton. Yes, you heard that correctly. Lewis Hamilton, Zhou, and De Vries. So Martin Brundle is stating that he had a bit of drama into turns 1 and 2, and that's what's cost him. So must have had some issue there. Had a wobble somewhere, but yeah, didn't think we'd be losing a Mercedes. Lewis complaining to his team, but they left that way too late. Not happy with the team. Ooh. 4 of the 5 right, Jordan. Yeah, I did think that. Here we go. Just watching the replay. Ooh. It's not through there, is it? It's showing him sliding around in the last sector, but the last sector was good. That's not where he lost the time. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if Hamilton got caught up in any traffic whatsoever. I can't comment until we see it. But he definitely had yellow sectors in. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can still keep an eye on that as we go here. So you can see Lewis here. Look. Oh, no, that was his last lap. Sorry. So we can't see that now. But yeah, Lewis was yellow in both the first sector and the second sector, which means he was slower than his fastest lap time. But he was green in the last sector. So the last sector he was good in, and he did improve, but yeah, odd there. No car, no ham. Like last week, swap with Ham and Russell. Yeah, I think the Mercedes are just struggling here, guys. They haven't really been. I mean, they had the glory run at the end of practice 1, didn't they? Where they was first and second, but that was sticking on a brand new set of soft tyres at the end, where the track was at its fastest. Wasn't indicative of their actual pace. But look, it's always fun seeing Lewis make his way through the field. I think he's got a fast enough race car, anyway, to make his way through the field. Overtaking is difficult here. Let's see how difficult it is for Lewis tomorrow. But yeah, so we have got Magnussen in there. By the way, guys, round of applause for Bottas. Bottas is going very understated here. P6 in Q1 and now P7 in Q2. Making it through to Q3. I thought he'd be out. Really making up for a very poor weekend last week in Baku. But yeah, that is he is really doing wonders with that Alpha this week, isn't he? Splitting the Alpines. If he could be there, I mean, wow. What an opportunity he's got tomorrow to pick up some points. But who do we think? Right, here we go. We're going to start Q3 in just a little short while, in a few minutes. Let me know who you think in chat, guys, is going to be on pole position. Is it going to be Verstappen? Is it going to be the pole master, Charles Leclerc? Is it going to be a shock like Fernando Alonso? Or could it be Sainz or Perez? I personally think Verstappen. I think Verstappen is going to be on pole here. I think he's had... Oh, so hang on. So they're watching Lewis mistake. So he lost the rear a bit into turn 1. Lewis. So turn 1, he lost it a little bit on the rear. And then... that Mercedes just sliding around all over the gaff. He's not enjoying that car. He's not enjoying that car, Lewis. Alonso hanging out with the top guys there, but I think it'll be P5 at the end of the day. Yeah, I think so as well, when push comes to shove. Sadly, Verstappen. I think it's going to be a Red Bull, of course, so. I have to ask, Quilly. I have to ask. So, Lando Norris just being interviewed. Let's see what he's got to say as he's... Oh, okay, fair enough. Not really much interesting. We'll see Bottas finish ahead of Hamilton. Well, he's going to in qualifying, that's for sure. I think Charles will be P2. Yeah, I still think Verstappen's got plenty in the tank, guys. I think that's for sure. She's just asked Lando, what's lacking in this car? Speed. That's not what Lando said, but that's what I'd say. Speed. We are slow. So, it doesn't seem like there's going to be any rain, guys. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any rain this session. Fingers crossed for tomorrow. If you want rain, get your... start doing your rain dances for tomorrow. Getting so tired of toxicity in the F1 community just came over from another Watchalong and the whole chat was full of finish. Yeah, do you know what? I don't tolerate any of that here. Obviously, everyone's allowed to have their opinion. We're allowed to have a bit of banter. But, yeah. It's unfortunate with, obviously, the new wave of F1 fans becoming a bit more popular. There we go. Esteban and Ocon has just been informed no rain is expected this session. So... But yeah, session is actually now live, guys. We are 20 seconds into it. And we are seeing Verstappen and Perez go out first. So here we go. Verstappen first. Perez, Leclerc or Perez. Ah, come on, Rick. You can't be half-hearted there. Who's going to be second? Leclerc or Perez? You can't tell me they're going to be either second or third. Who's going to be your second? Who's going to be your third? Alonso and fifth. Yeah, can't be sitting on the fence there. So, second Leclerc. Good. Right, here we go, guys. Q3. Apologies, Q3. No Ferraris out yet. Bottas still in the pits. Do you know what, guys? I thought we'd lose possibly one of the Alpines, and they're both in Q3. So, well done to the Alpines, by the way. Really needed this after, obviously, after Australia and Baku not picking up any points. Obviously, Australia for the obvious reason. But, yeah. What have you missed, Graham? Well, the big headlines are that we lost Stroll in Q1 as well as the two McLarens. We lost Hamilton in Q2, just setting a poor lap time. Nothing really to it. Just made a couple of mistakes and it was quite tight up there. And yeah, in 13th, Albon nearly into Q3 in 11th. And Bottas has been doing really well. So keep an eye out on Bottas. But here we go. This is now the busiest end of qualifying as Verstappen starts his flying lap, guys. And see what he can do. So I think you won't catch traffic. I think the Ferraris will get ahead. It'd be interesting to see if there'll be a tow at all from either of the Ferraris. Will teammates give a tow? Verstappen's definitely not giving one to Perez, that's for sure. But yeah, losing Hamilton and Stroll is what allowed them to get through. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I think they've been quite quick in their own right, though. Is Verstappen slow? Verstappen's backed out. Verstappen has backed out of his lap, guys. That is for sure. I don't know if he's got an issue, but he's definitely backed out and he's going slow. I wonder if he's had a wobble. I'm just watching it on TV now. He seems to be moving, so I think he's just backed out. I think he's had a snap, probably through turn 7. Just watching it on TV, and he's going through turn 7. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Wow. So through turn 5 and through turn 7, the car absolutely snapped on him and he had to pull out of it. What is the wind at the moment? 9.2 miles an hour. So it's quite a fast wind at the moment, but he's had to bail out. That's not ideal. So Perez coming through the finish line now, and he sets a 26.8. I think that's the fastest lap so far that we've seen all day in qualifying. And then Ocon at 27.9. How does Alonso do? Can he beat Perez? He's been quick. A 27.2. Russell, 27.8. Just not on pace here this weekend. The Mercedes really struggling. So what can Gasly do? Can he beat his teammate with a 27.9? He does. He jumps up into P3 and does a 27.7. Good time from Gasly. Whereas Bottas, he's not out yet. He's not out. He's still in the pits. Here comes Magnussen. What can Magnussen do? And Magnussen sets a 27.7. So Leclerc and Sainz are starting their flying laps. Bottas might only have one set of fresh softs available to him. So he's waiting. That's probably the case with the Alpha. It's not often you see that team make it into Q3. So, oh, they were on a flying lap. Apologies. They were on a timed lap. I thought they was on a... I'm getting all confused, guys. Yeah, so Leclerc, 27.8. Maybe had an issue. Sainz at 27.3. Max might have peed a little bit right there. Yeah, I know, right? Jesus. So Leclerc was fastest in the middle sector. But he locked up at the last corner. Wow. So Charles Leclerc was possibly going to set a faster lap time than Perez, but he locked up down the back straight. I called it the last corner because I don't see these two as corners, really. And that's why he did a 27.8. So Leclerc was on for a very quick time there, but has cost himself. Interesting. So there we go, guys. At the moment, it is Perez on pole position, Alonso second, Sainz third, Magnussen in fourth position. Just watching Max Verstappen's on board at his snap. Oh my God. Wow, he really had to save it there. It was very, very lucky. You're happy with the order as is? Yeah. Well, obviously pressure's on Max now because he's only got one shot. And Leclerc, big lock-up. Big lock-up pretty much into the last corner at the end of the back straight. Cost him time there. He's probably on for a pole position. What? So, the info is that Alonso was on used tyres for his 27.2, guys. Used tyres. Alonso could be a danger here. Hey, Violet, good to see ya. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah, much better. Is Mercedes lacking aero or grip? Is it something else? Certainly not a power unit issue. Yeah, I don't know. They're clearly not liking this track. Maybe they've got the setup wrong. Maybe they've brought the wrong package. I don't know. Or maybe the car's just not suited to this track. Simple as. Yeah, I guess we'll see. They've got a big upgrade package coming next week or whenever Imola is, so... But... yeah, Alonso pole will be a thing this race needs. Imagine he gets pole, guys. Norris, Piastri and Stroll out in Q1. Yeah, the McLarens are really not on it. And I don't know what happened with Lance. Just struggled. I don't think he had any particular issue. So, here we are, guys. Everyone coming out for their last run. We have just under 4 minutes remaining of this Miami Grand Prix qualifying session. So if you can hit the like button, be much appreciated, and hit the subscribe button. We'll be back here again tomorrow for the full race, and obviously for future watch-alongs as well, and other racing-related content. So Miami's a very high-speed track with a lot of mid-high-speed corners and max problems of downforce and drag. It's probably the worst track car combo. Well, from what I understand and from what I was listening to the pundits earlier, actually that's where they excel. The Mercedes is good for the fast speed corners. Where they struggle is in the low speed corners. And that's where they're losing a lot of time compared to the Red Bulls and the Ferraris. So, at least, yeah, I've taken the bandage off at the moment. I've just got the dressing bit that's on. Although it's itching like crazy right now. Yeah, it really is. Really is itching like crazy. But yeah, no, it doesn't hurt anymore, like just throbbing and stuff, only unless I like tweak it and things. But yeah, stitches come out Tuesday, so on the mends. So, Leclerc getting out there first. Is he too far ahead? I think he's far enough back to not catch traffic, so. Gin is good against itching, yeah. I'm done with alcohol for the day. I'm surprised I feel as good as I do after how much I drank earlier on. So, right, here we go. So a little bit of lag here, guys, but we are underway with the final lap of qualifying. Let's see what this session has in store for us. Charles Leclerc obviously going for pole position. Can he do it? Locked up at the end there. Bottas now out, obviously on his only set of brand new soft tyres, I assume. He can definitely sneak ahead. Can Alonso get... And there's a yellow flag. Charles Leclerc, has he spun it? He's lost it in turn 7 again. Is this going to be a red flag? Is the session going to be over and done with? If that is the case, Verstappen will be 9th position. But Leclerc has lost it into turn 7, guys. I'm just waiting for the TV coverage to catch up. He is not moving whatsoever. Oh no, pushing. And it's a red flag. It's a red flag. Max Verstappen is going to be starting 9th position. There is no, they paused the session, but I don't think anyone's got enough time to get out and do an outlap. So that is it. That is it, guys. Max Verstappen not being able to get a time in. And, oh, that was a... Charles Leclerc done exactly what he did yesterday, but even bigger at turn 7, and his rear wing has fallen off, guys. He's literally crashed it into exactly the same Tech Pro barrier. This man. So there's not enough time for an outlap, guys. So Perez is your pole position. Alonso is 2nd. Sainz 3rd. Magnussen 4th. Gasly 5th. Russell 6th. Leclerc 7th. Ocon 8th. And the big news story, other than Leclerc binning it, is Verstappen in 9th position. Not being able to get a timed lap due to that wobble. But, wow. How is Leclerc? Absolutely fine. He's straight out of the car. He is fuming. Absolutely fuming, guys. So there we go, guys. That is there. Wow. This is big news for the championship, because Perez, to be honest, wasn't looking like he had the pace on Verstappen this weekend and is in P1. Now, we know how difficult it is to overtake here, even in those Red Bulls, and especially if we have rain. Max has to be very careful. He can't just go sending it on these guys because there's walls everywhere. We're going to see an aggressive Hamilton tomorrow, an aggressive Verstappen. And, well, Alonso lining up alongside the front row with Perez as well. Oh, this is exactly what this race needed for tomorrow, guys. I'm loving this. I'm loving it because I wasn't too excited for tomorrow. But that is amazing. But Leclerc, is there a man who bins it more than Leclerc in a fast car? I mean, I think he's a quick driver. I think he's great. But he drives on the limit so often. Max, oh, mate, so many bleeps down the radio just now. Oh, mate. He pushes it so much, Leclerc. He needs to just rein it in just like 0.5%, and he'd be an amazing driver. He'd won so many more races. So many more races. Hey, Tara. Good to see F1 is never a done deal, Rick. No, it's not. If Perez wins tomorrow, he's also leading championship, even if Max is 2nd and fastest lap. Exactly, yeah. But Magnussen is 4th. There's a Haas in 4th position outright. Ah, guys, what a crazy end to that qualifying session, guys. A crazy end. Just watching Charles Leclerc again. I mean, he was absolutely sending it. Oh, he lost it on the curb. Ah. Charles, have you not seen any of my iRacing streams? You know you can't touch the curbs in these ground effect cars. So the car, he basically, guys, over turn 6, went over the inside curb to gain as much time as possible. And that grounded the car out, and the car was going before he even turned into 7. So it could be a gearbox issue. Yeah, it could be. I think, I mean, the way he's gone into the barrier, though, seems like it's okay. I mean, he's obviously lost the rear wing. There's some bodywork damage. But I don't know. The way it went in, it seems like it's slowed down enough. But, of course, you know, the gearboxes are fragile and these cars are fragile and stuff. But, wow, 2 crashes in the same weekend for Charles at the same corner. Hope Ferrari win the race. Well, I think if they're going to win the race, it's only going to be done through Carlos Sainz. But if there's rain tomorrow, anything can happen, guys. Anything can happen. So that grid and rain tomorrow, whew, I kind of don't want there to be rain tomorrow now. I quite like the way that grid is formed up. And I'm hoping that, because Verstappen's going to have to force the issue and actually make some overtakes, I think it'll be quite easy for him actually in the grand scheme of things, because it's such a long back straight. With DRS open, he'll probably get up to 3rd position quite quickly. But yeah. But oh, Perez in heaven right now, yeah. And Perez. I mean, to be fair, we was looking at a good last lap there, because Alonso was on a brand new set of soft tyres. And, well, yeah, it was looking like he had pace in the bag to maybe sneak onto pole position. I want to see Charles win so bad. Yeah, he's just not a happy bunny, is he, at the moment? He's not a happy bunny in that car. So that crash was crazy. Caught the spin, not the fronts, and the rear came round on him. Yeah. Yeah. Have I ever reported someone on iRacing for language? Nah, I've never gone that far. I mean, if someone has ever... I've never had anyone go properly off at me on the radio before, so I've never reported it. But if they go on a proper like tirade, I think that's really where it's worth reporting. But yeah, most often than not, look, things are said in the heat of the moment, but we then kind of regret. If you get an apology for it or whatever, then fair enough. Continue. Alonso's been dragging trucks to the finish line for 10 years and now he's enjoying himself. Yeah, he is enjoying himself. He's 42 years old, lining up P2 on the grids. Like, who would have thought 5 years ago Alonso would still even be in F1, let alone in the position he's in now? Crazy. Do I play F1 Tyrant? Yes, I do. I don't play the F1 games, but I play F1 on iRacing, where they've got as close as a virtual comparison to the W13 or the W12, because Mercedes works in partnership with iRacing to bring their data to the platform. So I said, okay with this order. Yeah, I'm okay with this order as well. You did say that earlier, Mark, didn't you? Did say it earlier. On the topic of F1, car and iRacing, do you think any other teams will try to get in the game, or do you think it's exclusively deal with Merc? I don't know. I really don't know. It'd be interesting to know if they've approached any other F1 teams iRacing. That would be interesting. But maybe there's an exclusivity deal. Maybe Red Bull don't want... I mean, there's a lot of Red Bull drivers, junior drivers, and like Max is on iRacing, a prominent iRacer. I'm really surprised that Red Bull isn't on there. I'm a little bit surprised about that. Maybe there has been talks. Maybe Max has tried to push for it, but they haven't. They've gone, nah, we're not going to do it. So, new to this channel, Tara. Oh, good. I always welcome newbies. Always welcome everyone. You're all welcome here, regardless who you support. We're all race fans. We're all fans of F1. And tomorrow, I'm now excited for the race. I wasn't so much excited for this weekend, but that qualifying session at the end there, I don't like to see Charles Leclerc in it, but I'm kind of... Because he's safe, I can say that I'm actually quite glad he did. And something like that happened, but brought out a red flag, because it means Max is obviously towards the back. Sucks for Bottas, because Bottas had an opportunity there to maybe chuck it even further up the grid. But yeah. Imagine the Red Bull. The speed! Yeah. Deceptively windy at Miami. They were saying, well, it's 10 mile an hour winds. You can see at the top of your screen there, guys. At the top, you can see, look, 10 mile an hour southeast wind. If that's a 10-mile-an-hour crosswind, I mean, does throw these cars off, obviously, where they're very perceptive to obviously change the direction and wind and stuff. So Max has to deal with EA, so not sure if they'd be too happy with him going to iRacing and trying to get with them. Well, yes and no. I don't think necessarily the sponsorship's completely different, but I think maybe they would be open to the car being on there. I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd be nice to see another F1 car on there at least. So, do I like Justin Bieber? He's all right. He's all right. But yeah, there we go, guys. Interesting. Very interesting there, guys. So that is the end of qualifying. Yeah, Perez lining up first, Alonso second, Sainz third, Magnussen fourth, Gasly fifth, Russell sixth, Charles Leclerc obviously out, but still in seventh position. Depends if you might have to start from the pit lane due to any changes. I mean, he just changed the gearbox, guys. They just changed the gearbox. And then you've got Ocon in eighth, Verstappen ninth. Going to be interested to see him come through the field. Bottas 10th, Albon 11th, Hulkenberg 12th, Hamilton 13th, Zhou 14th, De Vries 15th, Norris 16th, Tsunoda 17th, Stroll 18th, Piastri 19th, and Sargent 20th. I'm from the UK. Sorry, I live in the UK. So yeah, there we go. That is the end of this Miami Grand Prix qualifying session. A few little shocks in there. No more bigger than Charles Leclerc binning it there at turn 7. Same corner twice in the weekend. And yeah, we're in for an interesting race tomorrow, guys. So I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for everyone for dropping by. If you can hit the like button before you leave, much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you really want to, you can join the pit crew. Hit the join button for less than a coffee. You can help support the channel. So the only other problem with F1 car and iRace is that neither team would be happy with the performance. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of like, well, what would the point be? They'd all have to kind of be the same performance, wouldn't they? So it's one car or not really. So hopefully this will come through the field tomorrow. Yeah, I think so. I think he will. Be interesting to see. There's a couple of guys there who kind of got to force the issue to make their way up the pack in faster cars around a track where it's tough to overtake. So yeah, guys, I'll be back tomorrow, half an hour before the race starts. So turn those notifications on. And yeah, have a lovely rest of your evening, day, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you guys then. Bye.